I'm wondering, can a food be so delectable that you would be willing to sell your birthright for it? Yes, your birthright for it. And that's exactly what we see in the example of. Ah, this is really amazing, really flavorsome. Red lentil stew. This is a red lentil stew for which these red lentils, you can see them, these red lentils for which Esau was ready to sell his birthright. Yes, his birthright. And yes, in today's world, brothers and sisters, you and me, we don't see the honor in the birthright that much. We do not see the value of birthright so much. But in the olden days, in the days of the patriarchs, in the days of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, birthright had a great value. It had a great meaning. It meant that if you had the birthright, you were the priest of the home, and it not only gave you sort of economic and financial preferences, but also spiritual ones. And spiritual blessings in the olden days, they meant really a lot, not like in today's world. So why was it that Esau was able to sell his birthright just for a bowl of red lentils too? I mean, I love the red lentils, and it's been one of my favorite dishes that I love to cook, and I love to share it with people. Yes, I like to share it with people. Every week we have a fellowship in our home. I invite loads of people. We study Bible together. I teach them a Bible class, and then I ask them a lot of questions as well. And my recent one Bible study that I was doing, when I shared this, was how to overcome any obstacle. So do please go and see that video. It was really a blessing to share that message. It's an hour-long message. So here in bits and pieces, and here in, whenever you have the time. But it was really a blessing for me, and I know it's going to be a blessing for you. But my question to you is, why was Esau just willing to give it away for a bowl of this red lentil stew? And I believe it is because he did not value it. He did not honor it. And you can have something very honorable, very valuable, very precious, and if you do not have the value in your heart, you will not be able to cherish it. You will not be able to treasure it. So, one of the things I love to do is I love to cook for people. And one of these recipes that you can cook, this is the red lentils. And red lentils are so easy to cook, yet so nutritious, so full of flavor, and they're so healthy as well. And I just want to share a recipe here today, which I will share with you about these red lentils. A very simple and a very easy recipe. But the reason I'm sharing this recipe is that, first of all, you can make it and you can share it with other people. But also, as you are sharing, you will remember the story of Jacob. You will still remember the story of Esau, and you will remember the important lesson from it that you will receive today. Now, in this lentils, how do we do it? How do we cook it? You soak it for quite a long time, at least for half an hour, but you can soak it for an hour, 2 hours, or even overnight. That's going to be really amazing. And you are simply going to boil these red lentils. Now, I made a stock and I boiled it with stock, but you don't have to go into that hassle. I mean, when I am taking care of people and when I'm feeding people, I love to share with them. I like to cook on a small and on an easy pace. I love to cook flavorful food that people will enjoy. So, but for you, it just add water to it. So simply add stock or water, some salt, some chili powder, and some coriander powder to it, and let it boil over a low heat. Just put it on and forget about it. So just put it on a low heat, let it cook for a while, and after it's cooked, it's soft, you can also add some garlic to it. And then after, you can heat some oil, some vegetable oil, heat some garlic in it, and some cumin seeds, and add some chili powder and some turmeric, and add it to the lentils, and that's it. Cook it with this fragrant red oil so that this red stew becomes even more, the color comes out even more, and your beautiful red lentil stew is ready. It's simple, it's flavorful, it's healthy, it's hearty, it makes you full, and it just satiates you for a long time. So, just a simple boiled red lentils, adding some flavored oil, and that's it. And it's so simple to prepare, and it gives such a nice aroma. You see, when Jacob was cooking this red lentil stew, the aroma was so nice, and Esau had come famished from his hunting. Because you see, when you go hunting, it's not for sure you're going to catch something, or you're gonna be successful. So he went hunting, and it's not for sure that he caught anything. So he's coming in, and he's been on this hunt, and he's hungry, and then he says simply, what good is birthright to me if I die? Now the question to ask is whether he was going to die or not. Was he really going to die? And I think not, because you see, he was coming back from his hunt. He was going to his home, and just before his home, just outside the city or the tents or wherever they were living, Jacob was cooking this stew. So if he had just gone a little bit further into his home and asked his mother to give him some food, she would have easily given him some food. But you see, this is what happens to us when we go hungry, and we have not learned to control our feelings when we are hungry. And when we are hungry, we can become hungry or angry, or hungry, we can become angry, or we can lose control of our emotions, and we can make stupid decisions. And he said, I'm going to die, let me sell off my birthright. And we have to realize, not only when we are hungry, but when any negative emotion overtakes us, we can make wrong decisions. And if we don't have control over our hunger, we can make wrong decisions. So if he had just bared a little bit more, just a little bit more, what would have been the result? The result would have been that he would have gotten food, and he would not need to sell his birthright. He sold his birthright for very cheap. At least he could have asked for is that, give me for life, you should feed me with the red lentils too, not just one time. But he sold his birthright for so very cheap. Now, what I would like you to do is, I would like you to prepare these red lentils and eat them and enjoy with your friends. But as you're eating, remember this. Remember, when you're eating these red lentils, I'm eating them, I'm enjoying them. But as I eat, I remember, no, I'm not going to give up very easily, no matter what. When I feel hungry, I feel famished, I feel any negative emotions, and I feel the urge to give up, I'm going to fight more. And it's just the last bit. You see, when you really just want to give up, the success is just a little bit further, not too much more. It's just a little. He took a long journey, and just when he was near his home, Esau fell. And our failure comes right before success. We can reach success. We must know that when we are on the brink, and we say, I cannot bear any more. It's just, success is just around the corner. Jesus said, he who endures until the end shall be saved. We will endure until the end, and we shall be saved, and we shall be successful. We will never give up, and we will never give in. I hope this thought has brought a blessing to your life, and if it has, do bless me as well by liking this video and subscribing to our channel. God bless you.